Hello, everyone. This is your man Sonny Wayne Fella. I'm so glad to be with you again today, wherever you may be, in Africa, in Europe, in Asia, wherever it is, and at this time of the day. It is morning here in Atlanta, Georgia, and whatever time it is in your end of the word, I want to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening. For this is a beautiful day the Lord has made, and He asks that we rejoice and be glad in it. Thank you once more for hitting that button and having me come on to speak to you today concerning very important issues that those of us who are Liberians are faced with, and then what we can do to get out of the situation that we find ourselves in. I just want to tell you this morning or today, brothers and sisters of Liberia, get up, stand up, and fight for your rights. And when I say fight for your rights, I'm not saying go and take up arms or go and fight with big sticks or knives or whatever. I'm saying your right is at the ballot box. Go to the ballot box in a few days' time, October 10th, and vote your heart out, your conscience, because your life depends on it. I must be very frank here with you today. Your life depends on the vote that you cast on October 10th. I'm a October born. I was born in the month of October. 3 days to your elections. That's my birthday. And it's sad in my heart to see people so satisfied and complacent with the life that they live. When they definitely can live better lives. It's true. People can live better lives. You don't have to be that educated to live a good life. No. You don't have to graduate from college. There are so many million years and billion years today who are college dropouts. The late Steve Jobs, who started Apple, he was a college dropout. There are so many, I could name a lot of them who are college dropouts. So if you never even graduated from college or finished with high school, brothers and sisters, the way and manner in which your government handle its affairs could definitely lift you up. Once you are strong and you are willing to work, you will be the person that you want to be. Don't be satisfied with bad roads. Today we know that the president of Liberia now is using helicopter to go and visit counties. What's about you? Can you afford helicopter? To go and visit the southeastern section of Liberia if you want to visit your family, or if you want to sell your goods, or if you want to do things that will bring some sanity to you. Can you afford a helicopter? Can you afford a four-wheel drive Toyota? Can you afford it? You cannot afford it now, but if you put in the right persons to be leaders of our country, you can afford it. You can afford it. There are people who don't have the education, who don't know the technical know-how in a way, educational wise. They are driving big cars in this country, BMW, Mercedes-Benz, Rolls-Royce, and just the like. Just think about it. You can do the same, Liberians. Why sit and allow people to fool you? The Unity Party, they are very good at being propagandists. They lie, they say things to discourage you. I observed during the CPP's rally on Sunday, they were there early in the morning taking pictures of the Antoinette Tubman Stadium and, just to discredit the CPP that they don't have people, coming up, and how can they say that they're going to challenge the UP when they don't have anybody actually wanting to vote for them? That's their strategy, to expel lies. But I want you to understand something. If people who disseminate lies, God is on the throne. He knows it. He sees it. And because of that, he will not give them the chance to become leaders of this country. And I pray about it every day. And I know you Liberians, I pray for people. You will not sit back and allow the enemy, the devil, to take over your lives. Because if a person who wants to be president of Liberia use this statement, I can dance with the devil, I can sleep with the devil. If you allow such a person, then what's the essence of going to church on Sundays? Why go to Bible studies on Wednesday nights? Why will you allow such people to lead you into the dungeon, into slavery, into poverty, abject poverty? Why will you allow them to do that, Liberians? Why? They have told you already. They are not hiding it from you. That's how the devil works. He's not hiding it from you. He's telling you, I'm putting my people in charge. And is that what you want? Do you want the devil being your leader? To be your ruler? To lead your destiny? Liberians, is that what you want? I bet you can do better than that. If you can get up in the morning, Sundays, dress up and go to church, then tell me, why are you going to church on Sundays? Why do you go to Bible studies on Wednesday nights? Or Tuesday, or Friday, or whenever you go to Bible study? When do you go to gather at church to have a program or a gathering? Why do you do it if you allow the enemy that we are fighting against day in and day out not to overcome us? And you allow them to take the leadership of our country, to rule us with iron hands, to put criminals over us. How can you justify why you go to church on Sunday and listen to a preacher? How can you justify that? Because it's exactly what seems to be happening right now. Joseph Boyka has said if you can dance with the devil, he will do it. If you can sleep with the devil, he will do it, just to ascend to the highest position in our land. And you are sitting back and allowing such things to happen, Liberians. George Weah is using helicopter because the road is so bad that the southeastern section of Liberia have been cut off from Liberia. People got to go into Sierra Leone. Joseph Boyka had to go through Sierra Leone to come into Liberia. Isn't that disgraceful? What would the Sierra Leone think about Liberians? What would Sierra Leone think about Liberia? If the former vice president who served for 12 years have to go into their country before coming to his country. That's a disgrace. It is a shame. And we also know that he does have a house in Sierra Leone because he's a Sierra Leonean. He is not a Liberian. And that's why he doesn't have interest in you. Joseph Boyka doesn't have interest in you because he is not a Liberian. He is a Sierra Leonean. So why are you so upbeat about this man? Oh, he got experience. Experience in what? What has his experience done for Liberia? What has his experience done for you? Has it given you jobs to do? Do you see the roads all paved? The statement they made was they will make road possible, not necessarily paved, but they will make it possible. Is that what you want after 176 years, to make road possible? Come on, Liberians. Don't let the joker fool you guys. You know, the same thing with George Weah. He said he bought road medicine. But when you look at videos and you see Liberia, you will wonder whether this is a country or a village town. Liberia is a country. It is on the world map. It's a founding member of the United Nations, the Organization of African Unity, but now it's AU. Why will Liberia getting involved themselves with all these good organizations, but still lacking behind all other countries? They are among the 10 poorest countries on the earth. I don't think it's poorest because of the resources that we have. It's because of the leadership, the management of our country. That's why it is classified as one of the poorest countries on the face of the earth. And Liberians will keep living that life to be called a poor country. Look at Liberia. Look how it looks. The city mayor of Monrovia is saying, I am not a garbage boy. He is not garbage boy. So that means once he's not garbage boy, and I called him directly, because he's not garbage boy, so he's not going to do anything about garbages in Liberia, in Monrovia. That's what the man is saying, the city mayor of Monrovia. The city is so filthy. Why would we allow these people to lead us? People who have gotten their hands into spilling blood. Why, Liberians? It is time that we stand up. We get up, we stand up, and we fight for our rights. Fight for your right by voting CPP in power, Alexander B. Cummings and Charlene Bromskin. That is your right. Nobody can take it away from you. That is your franchise. Exercise it, brothers and sisters. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. You don't have to go out there and go announce it or talk about it. But you can go to your friends and your well-wishers, your supporters, your loved ones, and tell them, let's vote CPP. Look, I'm telling you, if you vote CPP in power, your life will be protected. You don't have to be afraid of people hunting you down at night because you spoke against them. Because they are God-chosen people. From my standpoint, and that's what I believe. Because I don't usually support people like that. I don't. But if I am surrendering my show to CPP, to Alexander Cummings and Charlene Bromskin, it is a reason. Because I'm so convinced and convicted that these people are the right people for our country in such a time as this. In such a time as this. Don't lie down and accept mediocre, where they give you little thing, little rice, little oil, little chicken soup, and you're satisfied with that. You have the right to get bags and bags of rice, gallons of oils. You have the right to have those things, to live in a decent home, drive better cars, not allow them driving in air-conditioned cars, and you walk in the streets, you on keke, motorbikes, having accident, killing people every day. Is that the life you want to be satisfied with, Liberians? Liberia is not a village. It is not a little town. It is a country, and let's respect it as a country. Let our people work. Let them earn. Let them work for what they earn. Talk about WIAC fees. Oh, I was George Weah and pay our children WIAC fee. I'm selling cold water, as an old lady was saying. I'm selling cold water in front of my house, and then I got light in front of my house. Old lady, you're a beautiful woman. I saw you when you were speaking. You have children. Are you satisfied with sitting in front of a Zingran house with a cooler in front of you, selling cold water to survive on? And you are happy that George Weah pay your children WIAC fees? For 174 years, 75 years, who paid those who children today graduate from high school? Who paid their WIAC fees? I'm in the number. I'm one of those who graduated from high school. And my WIAC fees was paid. Was it paid by George Weah? No. Was it paid by Liberia? No. Somebody labored for it. Somebody had a job and they worked. And they were able to secure that amount to pay my WIAC fees to be able to graduate from high school, to pass my WIAC exam to graduate from high school. Your children, if they are older and they have a better leadership in Liberia, they can get job and still pay their own WIAC fees. Yeah, in America, children 16 years old go to work. 17, 18, 19, 20, work. And they purchase their own vehicles. Some of them buy their own homes. They rent their own apartments. They take care of themselves. In America, when you're 18 years old, you are out. Your parents tell you to leave. Or if you live with them, you have to pay rent. I was listening to yesterday to a young man whose grandmother sued him because he wasn't paying his part of the share in her house that he was living in. His parents passed away. His dad died. His grandfather passed away. His mom walked out on him. And now he's living with his grandmom, dropped out of college, Can't afford, but he's doing the best he can. And do you know how much the grandmother charged him every month in order to live in her home? $700 per month. 700 US dollars per month to live in his grandmother's house, occupying one bedroom. $700. And because he couldn't afford it at the time, the grandmother took him to court. We Liberians, we don't do those things. We don't take our family to court like that. How in the world can we sue our grandmother or our mother or father? But they do it here for common in America. They sue here for dogs, cats, chicken, rats, whatever. They sue for it. You go to the supermarket, you hit somebody with a cart, they can sue you for it. But in Liberia, we are not like that. We are not like that. We don't sue because we just feel that the court is sitting there and we can just walk in there anytime. We love each other, brothers and sisters. We love each other. We care about each other. And if you care about one another, it is time that we put a leadership who cares for you. Not somebody who only want to fill up their pockets. No, because UP, that's all they want to return to leadership for. Because they felt that they didn't steal enough when they took 12 years. When George Weah came in, the hike of stealing has gone through the roof. Now they see all the gravy that George Weah and his people are enjoying and say, this is our time. They want to come back into power too, so it can be their time again, the third time. Why would you want one party to lead you in 3 times? 2 times, 1 time it was a break, now they want to come in the 3rd time. And you sit there and you say, you agree? Why are you making mockery of yourself? Why do you want to suffer, my people? Our people, why you continue to suffer? Why you continue to wallop in the mud like a pig when you could be like a cat who would not want to accept that? I say, get up, stand up and go to the pool and fight for your rights. That's what you deserve. It is your life. You need to fight for it. Don't let people come and override you and fool you and lie to you and say things that's not right, that is definitely not true, and you buy into it. The propaganda will not work. I come against it now, and I tell you, Liberian, do not let the UP fool you. Do not let the CDC fool you, for they have failed you miserably. It is time you turn the corner. Turn the page and let a new regime, let a new leadership take over, that your life will be improved, that you will have a better life, that your life will never be the same, that your life will move from one level to the next and never plateau, because you deserve it. Liberia needs better, and it must be better. It must be better. Subscribers, thank you for returning. Thank you for watching my videos. I love you. I care about you, my subscribers from Liberia. I want you to live a better life. Not a poor life. Liberia has the resources to give you a better life. But those in leadership, they squander it. Just like Joseph Boyka said, we have the opportunity, but we squander them. Just as he said that he is or was a parked racing car in a garage. Racing car need to be on the racing track, right? On the racetrack. That's where they need to be, on the racetrack, not in a garage. So if he was in the garage as a racing car, then you know it was completely immobile and it was meaningless. That means he was truly meaningless being the vice president. He had responsibilities. The group of 77 were under his control. There were so many other, the youth and sports ministry were under his control. And we saw drugs taking over Liberia. And today it is worse under George Weah. Why are we destroying the future of our country? Why are we destroying the future of our country, allowing drugs to come into Liberia and destroy the life of our future? Those young men and women that are dying today from taking kuch and drugs, they are the future of Liberia. If all of them die out, who's going to take Liberia to the next level? Who's going to take Liberia out there? Because we are getting older. Those of us who are older, our time will soon be done. We need the young ones, the youth, to come up. So youth, if you are listening to me and you are young, I want you to stand up and fight for your rights. Do not take poverty lying down. You need to get up, stand up, and fight for your rights. Do it. Do it. By going to the polling booth and voting your conscience, voting for a better Liberia, or brighter Liberia, or safer Liberia. Liberia with good health care, educational system, good roads, paved roads all over our country. Vote for a good and sustainable farming. Farming that will sustain you, your family, and the people of Liberia. Vote for good tourism. Good tourism where people will come and bring money, and the hospitality department sections or system will be booming, and people can go to Liberia to see these waterfalls and these beautiful rivers and oceans and beaches. Brothers and sisters, we have a beautiful country. Do not allow few group of people, the 1%, to enjoy everything, and you continue to walk in poo-poo water. Continue to sleep on mat. Continue to live in dilapidated homes and houses. Riding keke and motorbike when you could be riding taxis. You remember once upon a time, Monrovia was flooded with yellow taxis. Today we have keke, we have motorbikes roaming the streets of our capital city. And is that something we ought to be satisfied with? I come against that in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I come against poverty now in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. I come against that mediocre life in the name of Jesus of Nazareth. And I declare today, I declare a better life for you. I declare a stand-up life for you. I declare that you live in a better house. I declare and decree in the name of Jesus that you have paved road in Liberia, that your life be turned around to a better person. That when people see you, they will say, oh, that was Isaac there yesterday, but now there he is today. Don't you want people telling you that, my brothers and sisters of Liberia? You want to just continue to beg on the phone every day, begging people in America to give you? While Joseph Boyka is begging George Weah for money, Prince Johnson is begging George Weah for money. All of them begging George Weah for money because they feel George Weah had the opportunity of stealing more money, and they didn't steal a lot. And Joseph Boyka sit there and fool you guys when in 12 years he had over $20 million to run his office, $2 million a year. And you are telling me that he's broke and he's going to die broke? The man have house in Sierra Leone, he got it in Bomi, he got a house in Monrovia. The man built houses here and there, and you are telling me that he's broke? A man who had $20-some million for 12 years? You know, let's not joke about these things. And that's why I'm decreeing and declaring in the name of Jesus a better life for Liberia. Subscribers, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. I love you, and that's why I'm speaking like this. It's early in the morning here in Atlanta, Georgia. But I got up this morning to sit before you and to appeal to your good and kind heart. To vote your conscience, knowing what is right for you. You know what is right for you. You know. I know what is right for me. And that's where I am. Where I am. It is your time to know what is right for you and vote CPP in power. And your life will never be the same again. Because I believe that this group is destined by God to bring freedom to Liberia. So as I say, get up, stand up, and fight for your rights. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you soon. God bless Liberia.